So it was about a year and a half ago that we had the idea of writing a grant in order to equip response systems for student use outside of classes. And we bought 250 of the RF LCDs. We have about 20,000 students using clickers in classes with about 140 faculty on a regular basis. But we wanted an extracurricular use of the clicker, and that's what we got. Initially, it was faculty using them in conferences and researchers using them in, say, focus groups, and they still do this. But it was the Kappa Phi fraternity that came to us, and they were the first undergraduate users of this system to run their house votes and meetings. And we're really happy to see that. We can see it growing throughout the undergraduate community, and we believe that this is going to turn into an essential tool for students to give presentations and be able to put their skills forward and take them into their careers.
Welcome to Pi Kappa Phi Alpha Zeta.
All votes in favor of approving bylaw change 5.13, and motion passes. I found out about the clickers one day when I called John and asked how I could get a hold of them so we could use them for our chapter. We use them in class all the time. We thought, why not use them in chapter?
Connor Smith came to me with the idea of using these clickers during chapter, during my last term of my presidency. I loved it. You know, being an ex-president, I know the struggles of counting hand votes.
Using the clickers in our chapter has allowed us to be a lot more organized, a lot more efficient, and just able to stay on task. It keeps everyone in the chapter on task, and everyone knows what's going on.
I think the idea of the system to begin with is its transparency, the ability it gives you to see what's going on more clearly than you could otherwise.
Everyone can see the results of all the votes, while at the same time everyone's vote is kept anonymous in most cases, except in the cases where we do need to know who is volunteering for what, anything like that. Okay, so we will be cleaning up the park with AKIO for our next community service event.
Since we started using clickers, I've noticed a dramatic decrease in our chapter runtime. It diminished the drama that we had with people wanting to leave chapter because they have other engagements they need to fulfill.
Before we got the clickers, a lot of people just didn't really want to show if they were voting yes or no. They would always abstain. Having the clickers, making it so that it just shows who voted yes and no instead of raising their hands. It makes it so it goes by faster, as well as we don't get to realize who it is because it's anonymous voting.
It took a while for people to get on board with the clickers, but once people really saw the aspect of how we use them and how easy it made and how smoothly we were able to run chapter with them, almost everyone fell in love with them in like 3-4 weeks.
We work with between 6,000 and 7,000 students per term. We help them create their presentations and or their posters for their poster sessions.
And what would help them do a better job at that presenting?
I think their presentations need to go to the next level and become more interactive with their audience. And this technology is going to be a great asset to allow them to accomplish that.